Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval. Today we will be going over the most recent British heavy cruiser, that is HMS London. She's a county class cruiser with a little bit of a upgrade. You can kind of see the resemblance to like a Fiji or a Belfast. However, she does still have those four twin 8-inch guns. But before we get into that, there has been a couple updates. Nothing really too major besides one camo and a new preview of a ship that came out. So let's show those real quick. So the camo is for Illinois, which, as you all know, is one of my favorite ships. However, don't like the camo actually. It just doesn't look that good to me. And it's not a prism camo. It's just a normal camo, I guess you could call it. It has the Illinois, or the seal of Illinois on top of the turrets there. For some reason it has Raptor next to it. I do know that is the name of a player in game. I don't know if that has anything to do with them or if that's just whatever. And then you have S1. Maybe this is like a player made camo. I'm not really sure. Regardless, this is the camo that is out for Illinois. However, for the first time, I will not be playing with this camo. I will stick to the base ship because honestly, this looks a lot better to me. And then we have a preview of one of a few ships. I believe we talked about these already. This one would be the French carrier Foch, or Foch. I believe it's Foch. Yeah, so I believe it's a Clemenceau class carrier. We got F8 Crusaders on the deck, which are amazing aircraft, by the way. They just look so beautiful. I believe you do actually have secondaries on this one. You got some attack aircraft on the wings there. It is a rank point ship. So based on the fact that A, it's a carrier, and B, it's a rank point ship, I will most likely not have this ship for quite some time, and that is completely okay with me. No love lost for any carriers. However, it does look like it could be pretty strong, I guess you could say. Let's just take a look at the rough stats. 32 knots, 10 fighters, 8 torpedo bombers, 12 dive bombers. So the dive bombers are going to be pretty strong. Those are those the fighters? And then the Crusaders are the... Yeah, okay, so the Crusaders are the attack aircraft. Interesting. Pretty fast torpedoes. So that's a thing. About bombs. Bombs have a pretty good fire chance. You drop 4 bombs per aircraft and 1 torpedo per torpedo bomber. But besides that, there's really nothing new in the game. So, London. Let's just pull up. Where is it? Here we go. County. So it's pretty much just a county class that has a little bit of a rework. You could say it's pretty similar to Surrey. And you could be correct because county is a 6.0, Surrey is a 7.0, London is a 6.5. So she's kind of like right smack dab in the middle. And she does play pretty similar to both of those aforementioned ships. So let's take a look at the stats. Here we go. 36,800 health, 11% torpedo damage resistance, up to 114 millimeters of armor, which is not really a lot. The belt actually has the most armor at 114. You can still be very easily citadeled, however. Not sure if this armor diagram is correct, though, because it shows the turrets having little to no armor at all. And that should not be the way it is. But regardless, just try not to show broadside. As you can see, you do have quite a bit of freeboard, so it's not like you're a hard target to hit. And I'm pretty sure that citadel does go above the water. Yes, it does. We can double check that if you would like to. 4 separate citadels, actually. And yes, it does go above the water. Alright, what else we got? Guns. We have 203mm or 8-inch guns arranged in 2 turrets facing forward and 2 turrets facing back. Pretty standard kind of layout. 5 rounds a minute. You can see all the stats here. Pretty decent guns. I've actually found high explosive to be pretty well, useful on the ship as well, just like the normal British heavy cruisers, without a doubt. Let's go to range first. So 15.7 kilometer range. The secondary range is 4.5 kilometers. You have a handful of 4-inch guns here, but they're really not going to do anything. Torpedoes. We have, I believe they're triples. Yes. No, quads. Okay, cool. 10-kilometer range, which is actually really good. Rate of fire is meh. Speed is meh. But overall, damage and range itself is pretty substantial. 32 knot speed. So you're not slow, but you're also not fast. You're just kind of average. And AA defense exists, but you're not going to be doing a lot with that. Overall, it is a nice little cruiser. No issues in regards to that at all. Alright, so let's toss. Actually, does she have aircraft too? No, she does not have aircraft. So that is one thing that I believe is a difference. No aircraft to speak of on London. Consumables, we have a repair, a heal, and a speed boost, which I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this game, actually. I've been playing a couple other games recently, which is different from the Tech Tree heavy cruisers, because they get the smokescreen. London does not get a smokescreen. But let's toss her in the game and show you what she can do. Alright, let's see what kind of game we have. We have a Bayern, a Fuso, London, Kirov, Mayhan, and Hatsuharu. So we're actually top tier, which is pretty nice. Good thing about London is that she is a 6.5 matchmaking ship, so she can go up against tier 6 games or tier 7 games. In this case, we have a tier 6 game. So we do have a little bit of an advantage. We have bigger guns than Kirov, but Kirov has more guns and is faster, I'm pretty sure. Destroyers are not that much of a threat. Bayern is definitely a threat because those armor-piercing secondaries, the 6-inchers, are really dangerous. And Fuso is just... there's not a lot of things to hit on her that can actually be damaged. You have to either aim for the casemate deck or try and high explosive the superstructure, but the way that the superstructure is constructed actually makes it quite a hard target. Alright, so let's just toss our way towards the middle here. Let's see what kind of gun angles we have. Remember, we don't have a lot of armor, but we do have enough to try and bounce shells. Let's see what we got here for angles. It's actually not terrible to bounce shells on the amidships, on the belt, but probably would best to just kind of angle in like this, and then when you have to, swing out, get the rear turrets, and then swing back in. Alright, so no aircraft to help with spotting, no smoke screen to help with concealment, so we just have to use our maneuverability and our skills and islands, if possible, to our advantage. So we're going to start out with high explosive. Remember, it is quite good. I do have health buffs and speed buffs applied, so do keep that in mind. This is not the normal ship. I have put some work into her, and I have a bunch of decorations and everything that give me bonuses. That's why I have 50,000 plus health. Alright. So as you can see here, we got 4 shots on the London, and that was a ton of damage. A couple more shots, not that much though. Let's actually see if we can nail that Mayhan, because we already have high explosive loaded. There's some torpedoes. Boom. And yeah, you just kind of rapid fire everything. So there's a destroyer over in Charlie. Since the Hatsuharu is over here, the one in Charlie is a Mayhan. Let's switch to armor piercing. 8,000 damage, 2 fires. Secondary and torpedoes destroyed or damaged at least. That's pretty good. Citadel, 9,000. So yeah, as you can see here, you don't really want to get too close to any kind of ship unless you really have a plan to deal with it. In this case, Fuso and Bayern, I have torpedoes, and they're actually really, really good angles. So we're going to make that mistake of rushing them. And I think we're gonna hit the Bayern first. Alright, let's get some shots in on this Hatsuharu, focus secondaries on her. Actually, we might as well try and hit this Fuso first. Boink. Boink. Alright, let's pop a heel. Got the Bayern down. Fuso is a little bit stronger, but that's expected. She does have more health than the Bayern, though I am still getting really messed up by the secondaries on that Fuso. There goes the Hatsuharu. It's a stock Fuso, so we're going to switch to armor piercing and aim for that casemate deck. As you can see there, we did get quite a few hits with high explosive and did set a fire, but it wasn't a lot because 5 were shatters. But there, we had 6 pens. And that should finish it off. Goodbye. Switch back to high explosive. And then just got to work on this Mayhem a little bit. And we're having issues hitting it, but that's fine. Torpedoes are already reloaded. It did take a little bit over a minute, but that's actually not that long. Ooh, 5 hits, 3 fires. Yeah, you can see why I like high explosive. Looks like there was a couple more hits. Let's just kind of do a quick fire, and we're just going to finish her off like that. Alright, so yeah, London's a pretty good ship. High explosive's good. She can set lots of fires. Armor piercing is good as well. She can do quite a bit of damage or chunk damage if you get a nice broadside. You can Citadel cruisers pretty easily as well. Torpedoes exist, and they have pretty good, actually really good angles, almost like Le Fantasque angles. And they reload pretty quickly as well, just over a minute. Let's see what else. Secondaries are there. They didn't really do much, though they did sink the Hatsuharu, I'm pretty sure. AA, we didn't really see any aircraft at all, so can't really say much about that in this game, but it exists. Speed is nice. Armor, if you know how to angle, you'll be good, but if you just broadside every single target you see, you're going to be sunk really, really quickly, and you are susceptible to chunk damage. As you see, you're a pretty large ship with large superstructure as well, so you're an easy target to hit. But we did get 5 ships sunk, 76 shell hits, 8 torpedo hits, 2 citadels, 11 fires, 2 floodings, 1 module destroyed, 3 defended caps, and 38 secondary hits for over 8,500 base XP. Just a really, really good ship overall. Nothing too special about her, but also nothing bad about her. She's a perfect little balanced mix of fun. Well, with that, I will wrap up today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe for further content. And join me next time while we go over the Japanese battleship Musashi. So again, thank you and take care.